the job.
What's up, guys? I'm Django Fett, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And today I'm doing an impressions video of Star Wars Omnibus Dark Times Volume 2. And before I start and get into this, I just want to say thank you guys for getting me to 200 subscribers. Huge achievement right there. So I just want to say a big thank you to you guys. And I would really appreciate it if you guys could check out my reviews for this volume and this volume right here, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I put a lot of work into these reviews, and I would really appreciate it if you could check them out. I've noticed I've gotten a lot of views for these videos, these types of videos, impressions videos, but not so much for the reviews. But please check out my reviews. I put a lot of hard work into them, and I just really would appreciate it if you could please check those out before you check these videos out as well. So let's get started into Star Wars Dark Times Volume 2. Okay, let me sit down. So compared to this cover, this is Volume 1 right here, as you can see. This is the best cover I've ever seen for any omnibus. I mean, just the lighting as well. And I have to say this is the best. I have to say this is the best cover I've ever seen, Volume 1. Out of all the omnibus covers, out of all the omnibus out there, this one's probably a close second. It's really cool, really badass with Darth Vader. Really cool. But as you can see, if you want to compare the size, this is actually the smallest omnibus I've ever obtained. I'm sure there's smaller ones out there, but compared to Volume 2, yeah, you can see there's a big difference. This is just loaded with more content than this one. I mean, there is just a bunch of issues in here, but it's so much smaller. So, just wanted to show you guys the size. As you can see, yeah, it's just, this is way bigger. It's a big omnibus. This is tiny, but really great. But anyway, let's start with Volume 2. Open this bad boy up. Alright. Okay, so just to let you guys also know that this contains spoilers for Volume 1. So if you do not want to see any spoilers whatsoever for Volume 1, please check out my review and read that volume, and then read that omnibus volume, Volume 1, then come back here and watch this video as well as my review. So let's just jump into the bad boy. Okay, so let's just get into this. Almost 4 months have passed since the Jedi were betrayed by the clone troops they once commanded. Those few have survived the purge, alone and scattered across the galaxy, have been forced to face a future in which being a Jedi may hold no place. Dash Jenner is one of those few survivors. After his failed attempt to rescue the enslaved family of his friend Bomo Greenbark required him to break from the Jedi way, Jenner has been seeking a new, clearer path. Darth Vader too has stumbled. After failing to recruit an ancient Sith-possessed Jedi as an ally, which is in Vector, he must return to his master. But can his armor hide his guilty heart from Emperor Palpatine? So, I'm sorry I didn't clear this up earlier. I'm sorry I didn't clear that up earlier. But Darth Vader, he was trying to recruit the one Jedi from the Vector series. And if you've never read that series out, it's a crossover series, excellent series, definitely check it out. It's actually contained in Volume 1 right over here. But here are the chapters right here. There's only 4 chapters, and I know what you're thinking, that's not that much, but it's packed with a lot of content, and it's 5 issues each. Around 4 to 5 issues each for each of these chapters right here. So Blue Harvest, Out of the Wilderness, Fire Carrier, and Spark Remains. Fire Carrier and the Spark Remains are my favorites. They're awesome. Fire Carrier, I have to say, is my favorite out of all of them. Blue Harvest, Out of the Wilderness, I wasn't a big fan of, but they were good. Spark Remains was really good. I won't be spoiling any of that at all because it's pretty much the last chapter. I don't want to show any spoilers, and I don't want to show any of that at all, unfortunately. So let's start. Okay. So it's called Blue Harvest, and as you can see, we've got this epic cover right here. Okay. Red, which is really cool. Okay, art by Douglas Wheatley, who I'm a big fan of. He's got great artwork, and written by Randy Stradley. As you can see, Darth Vader, he looks epic as hell. Sorry, let me adjust that. Okay. Darth Vader, he looks epic as hell, as you can see. Okay. Okay. There's Jess Jenner in his like samurai outfit. As you can see from the artwork, it looks really great. Okay. Let's see. Darth Vader about to capture this mining colony. Artwork is just stupendous by Douglas Wheatley. He's my favorite artist, one of my favorite artists. It's pretty much a toss-up between Brian Ching and Douglas Wheatley. Both are just exceptional artists. Fantastic at their craft, and I truly respect them. As well as the writers too, John Jackson Miller and Randy Stradley. Both are fantastic writers. Okay. I'll just be skipping ahead. Alright. Okay. Great stuff right here. Artwork is just fantastic. I'm gonna praise the artwork as much as I can because it's fantastic. The writing too, the story is fantastic as well. As you can see, the crew right here. And in my review, I said they weren't shown that much. These guys, yeah, they're but in my review, I said that they weren't showed that much. But oh well, you know. As you guys can see. Let me put the lighting a little bit better. Okay, this is better. So this guy's a badass. His name is Sadat. Badass Jedi. That's all I'll say. I will go to the next chapter now. Out of the Wilderness. Great cover right here. Okay. Okay, I should really be picking up the pace right here. Okay. So this girl right here, she's a douchebag. She's actually going to be the love interest of this guy right here, Dash Jenner. So I just don't like her. She's really bad, poorly developed character in this series. Awful character. Just take my word for it. Okay. Yeah, I won't be spoiling it too much because I'm just going to go by this really fast so you guys cannot read all of this. So if you want to pause it, that's your thing, but you're not going to be able to understand any of this. So I highly recommend you get this volume as well as volume 1 if you want to read it all. So yeah, that's Out of the Wilderness. Not too exciting, but yeah, this guy is a douchebag too. He joins Darth Vader. He's a terrible character as well. He's worse than Ember. Terrible character. But that's all I'll say for that. Just check out my review. You'll understand it more. And read this Omnibus as well. Really helps. But let's start with the next chapter, Fire Carrier. So this is actually my favorite. And it stars Krook and the Padawans. And I know what you're thinking. That sounds like the worst chapter. It's actually the best. This group is the best in my opinion. Krook is a badass. I love Krook. Ever since Volume 1, he is just fantastic. Well, ever since the Republic and Clone Wars series, he's really stood out in this series in my opinion. He's a fantastic character. So the artwork is actually a little bit different. It's actually by Gabriel Guzman, and it's really good artwork. It's actually really great artwork. It's not as nearly up to par as Douglas Wheatley, but it's fantastic, and it gets the job done. So, got this right here. This freaking idiot, the assassin, whatever his name is. He's completely forgettable, but there we go. See, the artwork isn't bad. I really enjoy the artwork. I think it's really great. Krook's not going to use his lightsaber. He's a badass. He knows better. So this is actually the coolest shot in this entire book, in my opinion. Just Krook coming out from the water, soaking wet. Look how badass this guy is. Just took out one guy, just drowned him, and he just emerging from the water. That's just badass. Really badass stuff right here. Great stuff by Guzman. Look, it's fantastic. And the final chapter, A Spark Remains. Badass stuff right here. The covers in this volume are badass. This cover here is badass. It's really awesome. And unfortunately, I won't be showing anything. I apologize. I really do. I cannot show anything. Unfortunately, I cannot, because it's the last chapter. This is something you guys have to find out on your own. And I highly recommend this omnibus. And it's not recommended that you read the Clone Wars series to understand the Dark Time series. It's not required at all. That's a great thing about this series. And it's just really great storytelling and great characters. And I highly recommend you get Volume 1 and Volume 2. Really highly recommend this series. It's a fantastic series. I wish it was still continuing on, but you know, what can you do? So that's it for me, you guys. Please like and comment this video. I'd really appreciate it. Please check out my review videos as well for Volume 1 and Volume 2. And please subscribe to my channel for more comic reviews, more impressions videos, and more Star Wars comic book news and Star Wars gaming walkthroughs as well. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.